Hi everyone! So as you probably know, I like to shop secondhand and I've shared a lot of my thrifted clothing on this channel. But I also have a lot of secondhand home items. So today I'm going to show you some of my favorite flea market finds. And this video is a collaboration with Alli, who also likes to shop at flea markets. So be sure to check out her video as well. I will include a link to it down below. So we moved in the spring, and originally our plan when we moved to Germany was to rent only furnished houses so that we wouldn't have to deal with buying furniture and just home things. But unfortunately we had to move pretty quickly and we weren't able to find a furnished place, so we had to furnish the place ourselves. Now I wanted to buy as much stuff as we could secondhand, so basically since the springtime we've been going to the flea market probably every 2 weeks, sometimes weekly, to just try and find and pick up things that were on our list. And I always just really like looking at all of the old stuff and just the interesting stuff that people are selling. My first favorite is this Alessi Kettle, and I was super excited to find this. I love the design of these, and the brand is also known for being really good quality. Now, originally we weren't planning on getting a kettle. We figured we can just boil water in a pot, but I have been really bad at keeping an eye on it and turning it off when it's actually boiling. So I feel like that's just kind of a waste of energy. So I figured that if we could find a whistling kettle, that would be great. That way I wouldn't have to constantly watch the pot and see when it's boiling. So this is my first stove kettle, but I really like that I can fill it up with just the amount of water that I need. And unlike an electric kettle, it doesn't have parts that can easily break because it's just a piece of metal. And it was also an exciting find because I'm pretty sure these kettles new are over 100 euros, and this one is in amazing shape. So my next favorite is this chair, which we were looking for a side table for our bed, a small stool or a little table. And the time we bought this, we were actually at the flea market pretty close to when it was closing down and people were starting to pack up. And I was looking at this chair, and the lady who was selling it basically said that she didn't want to bring it back home so we could have it for 3 euros. And she told me that it was from Spain. And I thought it was really interesting, especially the shape of it and how narrow the seat is and how the back is tilted. So we ended up taking it, and it's really nice. I think because of the back that it's higher, I think it looks really good in the corner. When we brought it home, I did some research on it because I've never seen anything like this and in that shape. And it turns out that it's actually a birthing chair, which I think is super interesting. And I love the carvings on it. And yeah, I just think it's a really unique piece. Also, a tip that I want to share for shopping at flea markets is not to look too interested in anything. Even if it's something that you've been looking for and hunting for, you have to try to not look too interested in it. Because if you're excited about something and look really interested in it, the person is definitely going to ask for more. My next favorite is this light that we got. Now, in Germany, when you rent an apartment, it doesn't come with any light fixtures. All you get is like a socket hanging from the ceiling. So we were looking through the flea markets for some sort of interesting light fixture, and when we saw this one, both my husband Ben and I were super excited about it because I just love the industrial look to it. We like a lot of metal and wood and glass textures. When we saw it, we were both just like, yep, this is the light, and I think it looks great. And another quick tip for flea markets is to be patient and go fairly regularly because the vendors change and their stuff changes. So although you might not find anything one time, you might find stuff the next time. Next is just a quick one. It's this little pepper mill, and we were looking at pepper mills, just the regular kind of wooden ones that you see everywhere with the twist top. And we were gonna buy one of those, but then we found this one, and yeah, I think it's just a lot more interesting. And my final favorite is this wooden chair, and we decided that we were going to have just a bunch of mismatched wooden chairs in our kitchen. So every time we went to the flea market, we were just looking for single chairs that we liked. And I love this one because of the flower design in the seat. I just think it's really pretty. And with antique and vintage pieces, I love thinking about who owned it before and what kind of life it had before we found it. And especially with this chair, it just feels to me like the kind of piece that has a story to it. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my favorite flea market pieces. Be sure to check out Alli's video, and I'd love to hear in the comments if you have a great flea market find. Thank you for watching, and thank you so much to those of you supporting me on Patreon. Also, if you're not subscribed to this channel, you can click the button right down there to get notified when I upload new videos. And I will see you in the next one.